Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. After the long-awaited Novation X Station episode and the Korg double feature, Roland is back with a vengeance. We are going to talk about the OG TR-8. This 2014 drum machine was Roland's attempt to resurrect the legendary TRs in one generously sized and raw zombie-colored box. Of course, they didn't bring an analog instrument to the market. Only Uli Behringer can provide these in mass market quantities, and what is more, this would have been what the customers actually wanted. On a less cynical note, the overall concept turned out to be more convincing than expected, and it seemed like Roland was able to capture some of the original magic. So, what did they mess up this time? At the first glance, the Roland TR-8 is ticking all the boxes. A very 909-ish set of tone controls, proper sequencer buttons, and there's nothing better than real faders for the levels of the drum voices. Speaking of the drum voices, in its vanilla state, the TR-8 offers an 808 and 909 kit. I am no expert when it comes to the authenticity of these sounds, but as far as I can say, the TR-8 is pretty spot on and even offers a few welcome additions like 909 parameters for 808 sounds and a compressor for kick and snare. In exchange for a little bribe, you can install a 707 and 606 kit as well. The reverb and delay FX with various modes are included free of charge. The notorious Scatter FX adds a digital feeling groove to the loop X as digits check individual step the loop step changing the loop or gate length. It is probably the most versatile one-trick pony I've ever used. External sound sources can be sidechained for EDM pumping FX. Classic TRs have individual outputs for each drum voice, a feature the TR-8 only provides when used as a USB audio interface. Not ideal for many setups. I appreciate the two assignable outputs, but you have to turn the machine off and on in order to assign the drum voices to them. The sequencer is basic.
Very seriously basic.
There's nothing wrong with the step sequencing, live play, live record approach. But having only 16 memory slots for patterns with a maximum length of 32 steps each is a real limitation. What is more, there is no save button. The unit will remember the state you left it in no matter what. Most contemporary drum machines offer a way to record and/or automate parameter tweaks. The TR-8 doesn't. The machine comes with a one-page manual, and there are things it doesn't tell you. For example, how to set the gains of the drum voices. Swing, rolls, and mutes are well implemented. There is, you guessed it, no song mode, but patterns can be played consecutively. Roland really upped their game with the new TR-8S, so the OG TR-8 can be found for reasonable prices on the used market. I want to thank Vienna's very own synth repair wizard Thomas for lending me his unit. The TR-8 is a solid and nice sounding drum machine with many great features. Has the synth crowd become unreasonably picky? You have already heard the TR-8 in our little intro tune. No, Roland, I won't give you $110 for a few 707 samples. Frequent viewers of this show may have anticipated what the first jam would look like. Nice! You can easily entertain a crowd for hours with only these two machines and a mini-disc player. The faders make jamming easy, swing is sufficiently groovy, and it's one of the punchiest 808 kicks I've heard right out of the box. Still, the TR-8 has much more to offer than that. Let's add some effect pedals to the equation and have some fun with the sidechain and scatter functionality. Scatter and sidechain are interesting additions, but I assume it's better to use them sparingly. Moreover, a number of limitations have become obvious. Having to reboot the machine for output assignment is tedious, and a pattern length of 4 bars should be the absolute minimum. Most people will agree that the TR-8 is capable of creating some serious dance floor mayhem. I wanna know if it is ready for this royalty-free music tracks from only $1 downtempo AF orchestral glow-fi ballad. Verdict: you really like the classic Roland drum sounds, the limitations spark creativity mantra is imprinted in your DNA, and you are looking for an easy to use and affordable drum machine for live performance? Look no further. Does it sound like the originals? It's hard to tell, but it certainly does the trick for me. On the other hand, Roland made some questionable decisions. First of all, the sequencer and pattern memory are a bit too old school for my taste. Sure, that's more or less how the originals worked, but a 2014 flagship drum machine shouldn't be outclassed by a 1999 Electribe. My main gripe with the TR-8 is more of a political one. Over $100 for a fistful of drum samples? Come on, Roland. Akai just released a massive upgrade for their MPCs free of charge. Be the non-evil company that we know you are and set the 707 free. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.